Somebody called Diddy and started talking crazy. Signed into Bad Boy, I became a millionaire. Bad Boy.
Police are questioning entertainers Shyne, Puffy Combs, and Jennifer Lopez.
What do you want people to gain from the documentary?
It's never too late. Never give up. As human beings, we're blessed with divine DNA. So we all have indomitable spirits and indefatigable souls. But it's never going to be easy. You know, if you watch a football game, what would it mean if you only had offense and there was no defense to try to stop you? There would be no victory. There would be no triumph. You would feel no exhilaration when you just throw a ball with no defense.
That's right.
And as simplistic as it sounds, it's really the game of life. But we take it for granted. Some of us just don't have the understanding. You know, there's so many distractions, but God created the world with distractions because that's a part of the journey for you to peel away the distractions and for you to get focused. And life is going to keep hitting you until you figure it out, but it's meant for you to figure out. And so that's the one thing that I want people to take away from this documentary is that they can figure it out. It's never too late.
Never too late.
Never give up.
Never give up.
They're indomitable and they're indefatigable. I spent 10 years in prison, but I was able to move on.
The trajectory of Shyne after that changed.
There's a time to pivot. There's a time to transition. And that's how I got into politics. The politics just came naturally because that made me have a purpose.
That's a beautiful thing when somebody finds their true purpose in life.
This gentleman came with an aura around him, and everybody was drawn to him.
Belize first, the Belizean people first.
For casting for this film, we had the honor and the pleasure of working with Winsome Sinclair, casting legend in the film business for years and for generations. Unfortunately, rest in peace to Winsome Sinclair. She passed away recently. We have a little tribute to her in the credit roll of the film. But casting was important for this because we had scenes that we wanted to shoot. We have celebrity talent, icons that people know, and so finding the right talent to represent those people was really important, especially with Shyne. In this film you see Shyne as a young boy, about 10, 11 years old. You see him 16, 17, 18, and finding somebody who had the right look, the right swag, the right energy, that we could outfit and really craft to move and to handle himself like Shyne was really important. The scene work is a big part of the film, something I'm incredibly proud of, and so I'm really happy with how the casting turned out with all the big name celebrities that we have to represent.
You know who you initially want to talk to, right? Like, all right, well, let me get a Nori, or let me get a Charlemagne who can really talk to where hip hop was at that point in time of Shyne's life when he was really coming up, or DJ Clark Kent or somebody like that, rest in peace. But then once you start talking to people, they'll introduce you to other people who be like, hey, look, this is, these people were around during this part of his life, and you can't tell his story without talking to them. And obviously, Shyne himself will tell you, like, yo, this is my best friend growing up. This is obviously my mother, who is, beyond integral to the story. Or these are people who knew me when I was trying to become the rapper that you knew. So it's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a treasure chest, or it's kind of like, here's a breadcrumb here, here's a breadcrumb there, here's a breadcrumb there. And it's like that with every major story that I've ever worked on. It's like, yes, you have an idea of who you want to talk to, but then the idea of who you want to talk to is going to become a totally different reality because these people are going to introduce you to other people. Now, how do you ensure the accuracy? You have to, I'll be lying to you if I said you have to double check. No, you got to triple check. You got to quadruple check. You got to go all the way up to, different type of checks that I can't even give you the names for. It was like 15 times check. And you do that even if it does become tedious at times, because once this thing is out in the world, once everybody sees this, there's no taking it back for the editing process. You have to get it right the first time. So that's something that, I'm sure Marcus, the director, went through God knows how many times. And that's something that, me as the co-executive producer, I'm like, we have to get this story as right as we can, because once it's out in the world, we can't do anything about it.
I would ride my bicycle up the Brooklyn Bridge, and by the time I got down, raps would just come to my head.
I got a call. They was like, yo, you gotta hear this kid. His name is Shyne. Kid is nice.
Now tell me who on the with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Whoa. This is a bad beat. Everybody wanted him.
Till my very end.